Welcome to the Ship Psychology channel. My name is Crystal Vogels and I will be your counsellor for today. I am a psychological counsellor, not so much a relationship counsellor, marriage counsellor. I'm here specifically for your mental health. So what exactly is it that I do? Well, imagine this. Imagine a ship out at sea, battling a storm. The wind is tugging at the sails, ripping the rigging to shreds, and the waves are overwhelming. Now, in those circumstances, her crew have to pull together and work together in order to keep her afloat, right? Because what would happen if they didn't? Perhaps they'd get lost, or worse, sink. Now imagine that you are that ship. You are a ship and your brains are your crew. And your crew needs to pull together to see you through the hardships anytime you get lost in a storm. But is your crew doing that? Or do they have trouble working together? Do they have trouble communicating, understanding what they each need to do and what they expect of each other? Are you in two minds a lot of the time? Do you have difficulty making decisions even when, put on the spot? You have to choose one thing over another. God, that's so difficult. Do you get angry with yourself a lot because you do things or think things or feel things that you feel you shouldn't? Now imagine what happens to that ship if her crew isn't working together. And that is exactly what I do as a counsellor. I teach you to train your own crew to work together when you need them most to do so. On this channel, I will be talking about a boatload. Pun absolutely not intended, but very, very accurate. A boatload of different topics about psychology. Day-to-day psychology, the practical aspects of, why our brains work the way that they do, what that means for you, and how you can tap into your brains and actually look inside your own head and change anything that isn't working as well as you want it to. There can be a variety of reasons why that happens. Like I said, your brains need to learn to work together, and we should be learning that as we grow up. But reality is a bit less ideal than that. Fortunately, you can always learn it at a later age. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can still train your crew, train your brains to work together. So as a counsellor, I have, of course, certain specializations. I mentioned before, I'm a psychological counsellor. I don't do marriages. I don't do relationship counselling. And while some people come to me with career coaching, that is not my specialty. I'm specialized in neurodivergence, living with neurodivergence in any form or shape that takes. So what is neurodivergence? Neurodivergence literally means that your brains are wired differently than that of most people. Because I'm neurodivergent myself, we have the same three brains. We have the same neocortex, the animal brain, and we have the brainstem. And they have to work together, same as with everyone else, except the way that they communicate, the way that they're interlinked is different, is not the standard mainstream way that the neural paths are formed. About 70%, and this is an estimate of mine, about 70% of the population, 70 to 75%, is neurotypical. They have the standard wiring of their brains. The other 25 to 30% are neurodivergent. Their brains work differently, and that means that they experience the world differently. They interpret the world around them differently. They make different kinds of associations. Everyone who's neurodivergent is neurodivergent in a different way, but the challenges we face are similar. And a lot of the time, we got damaged along the way. Either because we didn't know we were different, or we didn't know why we were different, or it seemed that different rules apply to you than to the rest of the world. And those kinds of things do damage. We lose track of who we are. We lose track of who we want to be, and we end up feeling miserable, depressed, anxious, and very, very low on energy, to the point where what doesn't really matter anymore. To understand why you feel that way, how that comes about, it helps to have someone who's been there. And I have been there. I have been to absolute friggin' rock bottom. I know what it's like to live with daily panic attacks. I know what it's like to self-harm. I know what it's like to plan your own death, even if you know you have a lot to live for. I know what it's like to just stare into space for months on end and not have the energy to even get up and go to the bathroom. Never mind get out of bed. I've also been in the less dark spaces, but equally frustrating spaces, where you want to get your work done, but you just can't get the overview, where you have this plan and you just can't stick with it. For some reason, you can't execute it. You know exactly what to do. You have all the things, you have the instructions, your captain is shouting instructions to your deckhand, and somewhere it just gets lost in the melee. I know that part too. I know what it's like to be in large groups of people and think, please, somebody shoot me, I want to get out of here. This is too much. I know what it's like to be in a lovely little restaurant with your partner and having such a wonderful time that all the colors, all the sounds just come in unfiltered, completely overwhelming, and you just sit there crying. All of these things, and many more besides, I've been there myself. I've helped clients who struggle with these issues. I help them find ways that work for them, because everyone is unique, and what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another. And that is key to what I do as a counsellor. The key is your experiences, your crew, how you view the world, and what works for you. That is what the focus is when I work with people one-on-one. Here on the channel, I'll keep things a bit more general, and if it applies to you, if you think you can use it, take it, get to work, use it, bookmark to watch later, because I know how that happens too. It's all okay, it's all fun. I love sharing, I love to share all the things that I have discovered throughout the years, and that I'm still discovering, because I'm learning new things every day. And that's what I love most about this job. The human psyche is so deliciously complex, and also so deliciously recognizable once you know what you're looking for. And I love that. And I want to share that with you. That's what I do with these videos. Practical techniques, funny insights, stories. You can expect all of that. For now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Oh, and don't forget, like and subscribe.